everyone. I'm Susan.
This is Jerry, and we're with
Just One More. Thanks so much for joining the channel. And before I forget, please do us a favor and subscribe by clicking on the little bell and or give us a thumbs up if you like this video. So here we are. We are getting ready to leave Sutherland, Oregon. And we really wanted to do a little, well, what we call the 3 great things and the 3 not so great things about where we're staying. And that's what we're going to do for the future.
Remember, this is our opinion.
Yeah, this is our opinion. Absolutely. So, Jerry, why don't you tell your 3 great things about Sutherland, Oregon?
It's pretty easy. People drive the speed limit. They don't tailgate, so that's 1. You don't see a lot of trash. In fact, very little trash, so that's 2. And people are exceptionally friendly. They treat you like long lost friends. They have time to speak to you, give you directions, recommendations. So those are my 3.
Well, my 3 are very similar. We met some amazing people here, have become lifelong friends. The people are incredibly friendly. The second one is that it's so beautiful here. It really is beautiful in Oregon. We love that. And 3, they have the most amazing bakery called the Lighthouse. And for those of you who know, I love bread, but I don't eat it very often. But trust me, I did while we were here. It was incredible. So,
I did.
Yeah, Jerry did too. But you know, overall, Oregon is spectacular. You cannot beat the beauty here and the people, right? That's been really what's so great. Now, the 3 challenging things are...
It's kind of a stretch.
Yeah.
Maybe these aren't that big of a challenge. Wait a minute. I don't even think I can think of one.
Well, I will tell you, for me, it's not just Oregon. It's what's happening all over the West. We're having a heat wave. And we thought we were going to come to Oregon and it would be a lot cooler, but unfortunately the heat followed us. And we actually spent more time in our RV in the air conditioning than we have ever spent in any camping trip we've ever been on.
Thank God for our AC.
Yeah, and we have 3 air conditioning. So that was a challenge, because the other thing too is, you know, when you're camping or in an RV, you want to spend time outside, and we really couldn't do a lot of that. The other thing that I felt was we are at Highway Haven RV Park, which has been really great. It has a movie theater, big gigantic drive-in movie theater. That's been really fun. But the campsites themselves are very small. Don't you think?
You're very close to your neighbor.
Yeah.
That's not what we're really not used to that. We like a little space.
Well, and not just that it's close to your neighbor, it's that there's not even a room for a picnic table. They have a very tiny little table. And we always like to eat outside.
It's an intimate table for 2.
Yeah, there was an intimate table for 2. So even if we met anyone here, we couldn't have them over because the tables weren't big enough. But the campground itself has been amazing.
Yeah,
really.
it's great. It's really clean, well maintained. They work really hard. It's just a little tight.
Yeah, it was a little tight. And honestly, for the first time ever in any of our camping experience, we didn't meet anybody here. And we've been here 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Which that's kind of weird too. We never met a person. And again, I know a lot of that has to do with the heat, don't you think?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, and you know what, you guys, we did experience fire, the smoke. I know a lot of you from all over the country, or especially on the West, have experienced a lot of that. And you know, here we left California hoping that wasn't going to happen, but the people here have experienced a lot of that. And one day...
We just heard from my son down in California that the wind had changed. Now the Bay Area is getting inundated with the smoke.
Yeah.
And it's almost like the new normal down there now.
Which is the same, the new normal. That just sucks, doesn't it? The other thing that happened to us here is there was a few days we had thunder and lightning, but no rain. Yeah. And also one day as we were going on a walk, we saw smoke and found out that this particular fire, which was not that far from us, was created by
thunder.
And lightning.
And lightning.
A lightning strike, yeah. So that was
mainly
kind of
the
like,
lightning.
Mainly the lightning, exactly. So overall, I don't even think I have 3 things about this trip to say that it was a challenge, except for the heat. And that's not Oregon's fault by any means.
We were able to relax.
Oh yeah,
a lot. I got to look at a lot of different systems on the RV. Yeah. Got a really good, fast, robust internet system installed. I've gone through the rig from stem to stern.
So overall, we really, really loved it here, didn't we?
Yeah, very relaxed.
Yeah.
We needed that.
We really did. And the reason we stayed here for 3 weeks was to help us get relaxed before we actually start a lot of our driving. Well, he gets to drive and I
She
get to
navigates,
navigate.
I get to drive.
Exactly.
And it works really well.
It does. So
She's a great navigator.
and you're a great driver. So
Well,
there
thank
you
you.
go. So overall, Oregon, fabulous. Will we come back here?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we're leaving lifelong friends. Hi again. Another product we'd love to recommend is called command hooks. I never heard of a command hook until I started watching the full-time RVers that we have a list of who we watch, and a lot of them use these because of the space constriction in an RV. So a command hook comes in many, many different sizes, as you can see from here. They come in plastic, they come in metal, whatever your aesthetic is, you can pick up a command hook. But what's really nice about these is that they don't tear your wallpaper or your paint or your wood, and they're very, very easy to come off because they come with these strips. And you just put them on the strip, you put them on the wall, and they stick until you decide to take them off. Let's show you a couple of examples of what I've used in our kitchen. So over here at our stove, I use them for obviously the mitts for the stove. And what's really great about them is that they are very, very sturdy and they're very pretty looking. So I really love them there. And then over here, I've used it for a dish towel because again, if you look around, there's not a lot of space for things like dish towels and that kind of thing. The other place I've used them is pretty much everywhere. I use them in the bathroom too to hang up washcloths and hand towels. But what's really great about them is I put them in the shower and they do not get wet, meaning they get wet but they don't come off in the shower. So they're really amazing there too. So command hook, definitely the way to go when you're in a small space. And again, they come in all different shapes and sizes. The link is down below. Check it out. Hey everyone, good morning.
Good morning.
We are on an adventure. We have spent so much time getting the RV together, and today we're actually going to go to the Oregon coast. We're going to a place called Reedsport. Tell us about Reedsport, Jerry.
Well, it's right on the ocean, and we discovered that there's an oyster farm there, and we love raw oysters.
Yes,
man, oh man, I can't wait.
I know a lot of you who don't like raw oysters are going, ugh, but you know what? It's an adventure, and we can't wait to get down to the Oregon coast. Again, it's going to be very warm today in Sutherland, Oregon, so we're going to head down there, and it's supposed to be 60 degrees, and I'm excited as all get out, let me tell you. Okay, we are heading to Florence, Oregon, and we are crossing over the Umpqua River Bridge. Look at this. Look at the river.
It's an old bridge.
Very old bridge. Look at that.
Just the bridge.
Look at the bridge. Woohoo! We're crossing the bridge. It's pretty.
So here we are at the Oregon Dunes. This place is amazing. We didn't know it, but this is the Dune Fest. So people told us there's like 50,000 people show up for this. It's just unbelievable. A little windy. You like sand? It's your heaven.
Hi everyone, again. Thanks so much for joining. Well, it's just me right now because I just kind of want to talk about a couple things. One, I don't know if you noticed, but I got a haircut while I was in Sutherland, Oregon. First time in over 35 years, someone else besides Victoria cut my hair. You want to talk about traumatic? Trust me when I tell you, it took every effort for me to go, take a lot of deep breaths, bring a picture, pray to God, But the good news is, for a lot of you know that I was a stylist many years ago, so I knew if she really screwed up badly, I could use product to fix it. Needless to say, when I came home, I had to do a little cutting myself. Yes, I am coloring my own hair at home. Yes, I'm coloring my own hair. I know a lot of you are shocked to hell, but that's okay. I'm doing it because I don't trust anyone else. The good news is, on December 3rd, I have an appointment with Victoria because I'll be in the area to get my hair cut and colored again by her. 35 years, you guys, with one person. So that was one thing that was, you know, kind of interesting for me this time around. The other one is, today's my birthday. It's not just my birthday, but it's my sister's birthday and it's my nephew Mikey's birthday. So yes, all three of us are born on August 6th. This is the first time in I don't know how many years that we were not together. And a lot of you know that a tradition of Mikey, Betsy, and I is to go to Fenton's Ice Cream Parlor in Oakland, California, up in Piedmont. And my sister went without us today. But later on this evening, they are going to be calling me to FaceTime so I can say hi. And my niece Katie, who lives in Austin, will be on there as well. So new traditions are starting, you know, that's what's just happening, new traditions, and it's okay. We had a great day, Jerry and I, and it was very bittersweet. I had a lovely birthday, of course, but I missed my family. So happy birthday to Betsy and Mikey, and thank you all so much for joining the channel again.
Little fishing. Here we are in this beautiful little pond. Our last day before we hit the road, going east.
Okay, here we go. We are on the road again. On the road again. So we've just left Sutherland, Oregon, and we are heading to Bend, Oregon this morning for just one night. We're actually going to try to stay at the Elks Club because guess what? Jerry is an elk because of this, because they have RV spaces throughout the country. So we have no reservations because they don't take them here. So fingers crossed we get in, and if not, we'll find someplace else to stay for one night. So we're on to our next journey, which we're not going to tell you where we're going. You'll know in about 2 weeks where we are, especially if you read the blogs. You'll get to know that next week.
Can I give him a hint?
Yeah, give him a hint.
We're going east.
There you go. So please, again, do us a favor, subscribe, and give us a
thumbs up.
Thumbs up. We really, really appreciate it. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you next time. What is your Just One More? Hi, everyone. This is Susan.
This is Jerry with Just One O.
Hi, everyone.
Hello, this is Jerry with...
I'm Susan.